Greetings, aspiring tropical freeze runners. We have finally made it to Donkey Kong Island. I am your host, not Michael Goldfish, and today we're doing Homecoming Hijinks on the 80% Guide. I hope you guys are prepared to do a lot of dying. If you were unfortunate enough to lose Cranky after Bashmaster, that is the amount of time you would have to wait to pick him up again. I'm going to be using every trick I possibly can in order to stay alive here, because this stage is pure evil. Okay, lost Cranky. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go back later and explain what you can do with Cranky, so long as I don't die for the rest of this stage. This is just, keep in mind, this is something that will commonly happen on your attempts to complete this stage. Here's your backup, and I think I did it too soon. Oh my god! Woo! Okay. Homecoming Hijinks. How do I begin? Gonna go back, explain everything that you can do, and I'm just gonna say this right now. If you can do it with Cranky all the way through, and you'll want Cranky all the way through for 6-1, 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, you really want your old man. That is your goal, okay? So please, try and keep Cranky all the way through if you can. Now the backup that I did at the end was actually sort of an emergency tactic. It's so much easier with Cranky at the end, so hopefully I'll be able to cover what exactly it is you need to do. Now, unlike all the other stages where you're just like mashing out the cutscene as quickly as possible, you don't actually need to do that. You're just trying to catch this Cranky, or if you already have him, then yeah, go ahead. You're going to be mashing so you can just keep rolling with Cranky. You don't need to wait on this barrel. This is your only barrel in this stage, so welcome to World 6. You only get one barrel per stage the majority of the time. Need Cranky, pick him up, roll. Now, I like to jump about partway into that pit, and I'm doing a full jump so that I land in this next pit over here. This is a really tricky and annoying setup, because you want to make sure that when you jump into this pit, you don't get slapped by the tuck that's like walking across the platform. You're trying to get underneath him into this pit of spikes without getting hit by him. But if you manage to do this, then you can just pogo off of that and you'll land on here. You can do another pogo off of this one. But if you're not sure if you're going to make it or not, then just land on here and roll. What you're doing is you're actually skipping this first barrel and you're pogoing off of those ice blocks into here. Now this is where you're doing your first trick shot in this stage. Once you have shot out of this barrel, this one will start to move. You're waiting a little bit more, just a little bit more. What you're trying to do is you're trying to skip having to fire when it intends for you to fire. Perfect. Okay, that was like really risky, but if you did not take damage in the beginning, you can roll straight through here and just damage boost underneath the spikes. Otherwise, you'll have to crouch, which really sucks. But if you do manage to do the damage boost through here and you want to keep all that speed, there's a very annoying trick that you're looking to do in the beginning. I did it in my first way through, where you're basically doing whoa, and I guess I'll get to show you. Luckily, if you die early on, you can still pick up a Cranky, but, like, you really don't want to die in this stage. It's such a short stage, honestly. Okay, so, blast, barrel shot. What you're trying to do is you're jumping early, because sometimes you jump completely over this tuck, and that'll land you on the right side of him, which you can then, like, pogo off of that, clear the gap. That's possible, but whether or not you clear the tuck is random. It's really annoying. So my way of fixing that, I always land on the tuck with this setup, is I jump early and I pull my cane out early. This way, the game prioritizes the fact that my cane is out. You will hit the tuck, and you want to make sure that you're doing a light enough bounce so that you land right here, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're landing right here. If you do a light enough bounce, you can actually roll straight off of it. You'll land in a good spot that you can roll straight off. Be careful, if you suspect that you will slip off, then make sure you tap left enough so that you can start a roll. Because if you slip off, you don't get to jump off of slips. You need to be rolling. So make sure you land on here, roll, jump, Now for the rest of this stage, we already took our damage boost. We will not have an opportunity to take damage with Cranky again. Careful light jump so that you don't get poked by that dick poker and you don't jump into the hoots. You want to make sure you roll a little bit deep there. Here, roll, mashing roll straight through. Jump. Now, here's a setup so that you can get through the next section without having like more random things happen to you. Climb up, hold jump, turn around, jump again. The Archie's fish will not be in the way because you wasted all that time right there. You need, it's like, it goes against your nature to want to like waste time when you're doing a speed run. But you don't want to get hit by that fish. If you want to optimize it and min-max it, yes, you can do a light enough pogo so that you don't get hit by the fish and ledge hop onto there. It is possible to do that. But you really need Cranky for the rest of this, and you're on 1 heart. So you come up here, you jump carefully like right onto this ledge. Don't accidentally jump into the Archie or on top of him. And then, because you also wasted enough time with that fish poker on the screen now, he's walking a little bit more so that when you roll off this platform, you won't accidentally bounce off of him. If you do or don't bounce off of him is a random thing, again, because he's either close enough to the left that you'll bounce off of him, or he's not, and you'll roll through him. Rolling through him is great, because then you understand what to do. Bouncing off of him, you have no choice. You have no reaction to it, so you just fall in the pit and die. So what you're doing right here, you waited enough, roll through him, hold jump, so that you bounce off of the fire Archie with your held jump. So roll, roll, hold, pogo. Now, this is the setup for the swing. I screwed it up the first time. I'll try to get it this time, but what you're basically trying to do is when this platform is at close to like a 45-degree angle facing to the right, you're going to do a light jump so that you carry your speed and get over the Archie without getting hit. You're trying to land right before him. You want to do a light enough jump to land right before him, and then you're doing 2 quick pogos. One to get on the next ledge, and then one to get on the, this is the Cruncha drop. This is a strategy that Cruncha found out where you can grab the grassy wall and then you can quickly get underneath it before the ice comes out. You don't have to go this back and forth what I did before. So I'm going to try and do all that. Okay, I bounced too hard. But basically what this allows you to do is this allows you to get, see those ice waves that are coming up? It allows you to get past this fluff dude before the ice wave hits you, because normally if you just run up there you're just going to get hit by the ice wave. So I'll show you what the drop looks like and the way you do the Cruncha drop. Michael Goldfish actually explained how to do the Cruncha drop to me in a much easier way. That is the trick that you're looking to do. So you're trying to land on the topmost part of the grabbable grass, let go, and then immediately, as soon as you're not going to grab the grass again, as soon as you're below the grabbable grass, you hold grab again because you move faster when you're holding grab. So you grab the very top of it, let go, and then when you're underneath it, hold grab and right again. You'll slip right underneath it. Now if you got the speed from Cranky that I just got, but you didn't mess up the grabbing the grass, you can actually, you drop underneath here with just enough time to roll over the fluff. And because of Cranky's ability to pogo, you can actually pogo straight into this barrel. So for this barrel, you're just doing a regular shot. Please don't accidentally fire it right away and die, because that happens to a lot of people. And then on this last part right here, you would normally be rolling with Cranky, jump down here. You would be able to pogo before... I had to make 2 jumps to make it up there, but you can actually just pogo up there, and I'll be showing that off later in the time attack. Climbing up here, just make sure you're holding it the whole time. And then if you have Cranky, you can actually roll off this ledge right here. This is another crunch and munch scenario where you have like a sub-pixel positioning. Sometimes you get screwed. This Blue Hoots right here, this is an evil Blue Hoots. And sometimes when you roll off of here, you know how you have that 1 heart Cranky? Well, sometimes he'll hit you, and then he'll take away your Cranky, and he'll kill the setup. If you roll off of here, you can actually just keep mashing roll until you get like towards that walnut that I bounced off at the end. You can just mash roll, jump, do a full pogo off the walnut, and you hit the gold barrel. It's really awesome, really easy. Unlike the backup that I did, which was really terrifying. So, otherwise, you would have to like inch your way over here and do this. Very difficult. It's very slow, and like you want to make sure you don't slip off. You try and roll sooner than that, you'll roll into the hoots. Michael Goldfish also showed me how to do that backup. The other backup is the first backup that I showed you, where you're grabbing onto the grass and you're swinging off to try and clear the gap. Both of them, not fun, but that's how you get through Homecoming Hijinks. I hate this stage. So, last thing we're going to go over is I'm going to show off time attack, the banana Slammah. This is a strat that you can use if you are really looking to grind out, you know, first place in the time attacks. Goldfish used to have the record here. I don't know when this showed up, Tsukio. This is, I am surprised. More and more people are showing up on these time attack leaderboards, so I guess more interest in the game. That's always nice to see. But I'm going to show off Goldfish's, Goldfish doing the banana Slammah. What is the banana Slammah? Well, the banana Slammah is actually a more impressive trick shot than the one that you're doing in the runs usually. So time attack, exactly like the actual stage, because the barrel's right there. You can just default it to cranky and practice to your heart's content. Banana Slammah! So that's what it looks like when you clear the tuck. Goldfish is doing a lot of things that I don't do. We have like lots of different strats. He feels more comfortable doing that. I found more consistency in pulling your can out early on the bird. But this is one thing that Goldfish is trying to do right here. He's trying to save like as many frames as possible on the time attack. See how his boost looks. Look at that speed. Beautiful. And here's the cranky. And then finally we get to roll off with cranky. You don't need to jump that high. You can roll much deeper into the pit before you jump. Yeah. Homecoming hijinks. I sincerely hope that this guide helps you out. It's a very short stage, provided that you get everything right, but all the checkpoints are really punishing. You can really lose a lot of time on this stage, so it is very important to practice World 6. Next time, we will be covering Seashore War, a stage with very beautiful music and a very awesome trick. We need to have Cranky, though, so please try not to lose Cranky. See you next time.